Now, on Friday, two State Department officials announced their resignation. Now, this is Tracy Ann Jacobson, who is a career Foreign Service officer responsible for overseeing U.S. policy at international organizations, including the UN, told her staff that she would continue her post until early October, but decided also she was going to leave. So she's staying on until October, but she's not the only one. You also have William Rivington Brownfield. Now, he is the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs. Now, he also told his department that he would be gone by the end of September, according to this same report. So there's two high-profile exits, and this comes 4 months after Brownfield's wife, Christy Kenny, also, who was one of the most senior Foreign Service officers at the State Department, also resigned. So that announcement, their announcements in total, follow a steady stream of other State Department departures since Trump took office. Now, The Hill has reported that foreign policy professionals are either leaving on their own or being pushed out over growing frustrations with an administration that seeks to dramatically cut their funding to the department's budget by as much as 37%. So, look, that is fairly clear that this is... Look, I believe that this is what they wanted of the State Department. They're like, yeah, go ahead and leave so we don't have to fire you later. We're already going to cut your budget. 37%. We're paring down the State Department. So, great. The more of you, the more that leave, the better. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is that the State Department does some very important things. But since, and here's my little theory on this, Hillary Clinton once headed the State Department. Donald Trump hates Hillary Clinton. Therefore, he hates the State Department. This guy's not complicated. He is a child, and he doesn't understand nuanced specifics or policy. So it's like, Hillary ran the State Department, crooked Hillary, gotta get rid of the State Department. Cut its funding. But that's just me. Now, there is a problem with that, and that's the fact that Rex Tillerson also runs the State Department. So, now, he, as we've seen, he does not care about actually running a State Department because he's, made sure that a lot of the important positions went unfilled. He's like, I don't know, let's get rid of this position, get rid of this position. I'm not going to appoint anybody for that. We'll leave that chair empty. Because, look, all I'm there to do is to promote oil deals for ExxonMobil. That's all I care about. That's what he was put there to do. And just like all the rest of Trump's appointees, they were put into those positions in order to dismantle that agency. Let's take an example of Scott Pruitt at the EPA, right? Before he was head of the EPA, he sued the EPA multiple times in order to try to dismantle them, to legislate them out of existence, right? Betsy DeVos, she was put into head of the Department of Education. She seeks to destroy and dismantle our education system, okay? Ben Carson, great example, right? Now, Ben Carson, he's the head of the Housing and Urban Development, right? Now, a lot of people, probably rightly so, said the only reason that they put Ben Carson there, since he has no experience with managing any sort of government agency, was only put there because it had urban in the title. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's kind of funny because it shows that it would show that Donald Trump is super racist. Like, oh, black guy, urban, put them together, great. Even though Carson himself was like, I don't want to do anything to embarrass the administration because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go head this agency anyway. So, but now what's funny is that a lot of people weren't concerned with HUD, right? With all the other shit that's going on, nobody's really been checking into HUD all that much to see how they're doing. Well, turns out they're also falling apart. According to ProPublica, the millions who depend on HUD are now in for some rough times thanks to an absence of actual leadership within the department. They wrote, to the extent that the new leadership was providing any guidance at all, it was often actively discouraging initiative on the part of employees. So wait a minute. So they're not doing anything other than saying you should do less. Shortly after the inauguration, a directive came down requiring employees to get 10th floor approval for any contacts outside the building, professional conferences, or even just meetings with other departments. So let's fight big government bureaucracy by creating more big government bureaucracy inside of our bureaucracy. Now everything has to go through the 10th floor. Yeah, that'll work. In fact, the department leadership has also actively slowed down new initiatives simply by taking a very long time to give the necessary supervisory approvals for the development of surveys or program guidance. In some cases, this appeared to be the result of mere negligence and delay. In other cases, it appears more willful. More upsetting for many ambitious civil servants than the scattered nays coming from up the 10th floor, though, was the lack of direction, period. Virtually all the top political jobs below Carson remained vacant. Carson himself was barely to be seen. He never even made the walk through the building customary of past new secretaries. One career employee said, quote, "It was just nothing. I've never been so bored in my life. No agenda, nothing to move forward or push back against. Just nothing." Look, and that right there, that's what government looks like under Republican rule. The State Department, right? Back to them. They're doing everything that Trump wants them to do, which is basically nothing. That is the same with all these other departments. They don't want them to do anything. And look, that's because they don't believe in having them doing anything. Look, some of you might be like, good. That means you're draining the swamp. Shrink government. No, but what they're doing, what you're actually doing, is that you're helping to get rid of vital services and initiatives that actually end up doing important things in making the country actually work. And sadly, unfortunately, nobody's going to realize that until it hits and affects something that benefits them. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.